Oh no, we're back. I can't help but make more videos. What can I say? Yeah. So listen, I've added a few things to the shack. I've got this this new, well, not new lens. I've put a lens on the overhead camera, and it gives us this pretty awesome view. So check this out. When we look, that's not the view that I was after. Sorry. Is it this one? Must be this one. Check this out. What? I had a 22mm lens on the camera before, and I realized I've got a 10mm lens, which looks bigger. The 22mm lens is a pancake lens, this one here, and it's thin, but the one that's on there now is 11mm, so it's a wider view, but it's a thicker lens. It's being used. I can't show you. But look at that! I've got this spread now where I can show you how I make my music when I make my music. On push 2 over here, the Akai APC Mini, Akai MIDI mix over here as well. So it's all MIDI controlled, and well, these are MIDI controllers, but they can basically control sound and do all the things I want to do with the Tascam over here as well. As an audio interface to add extra audio if I need it, but I'm pretty sure that it's got like, not sure how many channels in here actually. Something like, no, I can't remember. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to do a bit of show off and tell. So let's have a look at the weather outside. What we've got happening outside us today. Look at that, another crystal clear spring day. There's a few clouds out there, but nothing major. It's just a really nice, beautiful day. And I think we have, Alfie relaxing on the floor. He's having a good time. Yeah, I like it when he relaxes. So good. So today what I want to do is edit a video and get some, get some exposure to what I'm doing with sound on movie sets, so you can see what I get up to. So I'm just going to load up DaVinci Resolve, and we'll do a little bit of, hang on, where do we do that? Over here. And we'll do a little bit of editing together, if it all works the way that I hope it does. So I've repositioned the camera, so we've got a different view over here, and I've got the webcams pointing out and about, as we just saw as well. DaVinci Resolve takes a while to load up. We will see. I may or may not upload this video. I might chop and change a few things regarding this, because it can get quite dull. It's just, I love the setup, and I'm just trying to think of excuses to make videos now. I've got to be honest. Anyway, it's fun. All good fun. Okay, so DaVinci Resolve has loaded up. I think you can see the right-hand screen. I'm not able to show both screens. I can show both screens on the one view, I guess, but I haven't set it up to do that. I couldn't be bothered, to be honest, because I want to keep... See, by accident, what I've done is I've set up the video casters so that the program screen, the one you see, is on the right-hand side of my extended desktop. And so it's display 2. Display 1 for me is the one that I use for all the work that I do. So it's like not able to be displayed, if you like. But I think I could display it if I did some trickery with cables and stuff like that. But I'm figuring it's easier just to have one screen where I can prepare stuff, and then flick it over to the number 2 screen and show you what's going on, which is what's happening right now. Yeah, I'm just more testing things out than anything else right now. So rather than bore you with editing a video, I'll just show you the video and I'm in another video, not this video, and continue on from there. But for this video right now, I don't have a lot to actually share other than to say I'm still enjoying working at Signub. I'll be there. I'm doing 10 a.m. starts and 2 p.m. starts and 10 p.m. finishes on the weeknights lately, and it's really affecting my ability to think clearly and put words together and just be who I am and who I want to be. I'm finding my sleep patterns are not that great, so I'm going to bed really late and then kind of getting up at the same time in the morning around the 7 a.m. ish mark. So I'm probably not getting enough sleep. Damn it. Yeah, it's probably what's happening. So that's why I'm not. Maybe I've always been this way. I don't know. I was going to say maybe that's why my content is not so compelling, but maybe it is for some people. I don't know. But I'm seriously loving putting the videos together, and I wish that I could make this into a full-time kind of a gig. Maybe it will happen one day as I become more experted in doing this. I don't know. It's kind of like evolving a little bit. So started out doing video work on motorbikes. So I had a scooter, which I'd attach a GoPro type camera to my helmet and then put comments on that on the way to work and back home from work. And my family and friends, kindly subscribed and liked, and then have probably fallen away since changing things around a little bit. So then I got a drone, and I went to make videos of basically little mini adventures, but that, I don't know, they're not really that great to watch either. And so what I'm evolving into now is trying to have a bit more structure around what I'm doing, believe it or not. This is completely unstructured and unscripted and unplanned. So don't base the structured ideas on what you're seeing and hearing now. But I just feel YouTube is changing a little bit, and I'm glad of it, in terms of the overproduced and kind of overly TV-ified, if you know what I mean, or movie-ified content being created by everyday people. I think everyday people just want to see other everyday people doing everyday things. I don't know why that is, but that's the impression I'm getting, and that's what I am drawn to with YouTube. So yeah, even though I feel like I've got a heap of gear now and doing things that are much higher quality, the content itself has not really improved in line with all the technological advancements. Like I started with a pretty low quality camera and and low quality audio and things like that. And now the audio and the video is a lot better. But the content, the actual story content is the thing that is lacking, and that's what I'm trying to improve on. So I figured I'll just document what's going on in my life, and then make stories around that, the tiny adventures of the things that go right and wrong. So we've done a bathroom renovation recently, and one of the it's so bizarre. Like, you spend lots of money on renovating a bathroom, and then life just kicks in, and all these beautiful things that you think you're going to enjoy now for the rest of your life just get destroyed through living with family life and just every day. I'm not blaming anyone, and I'm not saying anyone's doing the wrong thing. I'm just saying that's just life, and I love life like that it's chaotic. What can you do? So things happen, things get dropped, things get broken, and they're no longer as pristine and beautiful as they first were when you've said, oh, that's it, the project's finished, it's ended, and we've got a new bathroom, bang. And kind of your expectation is that, or my expectation is that it stays that way forever. But it doesn't. So little things happen. Chips come in, breakages happen. So we've had to replace a basin recently, and it's now in place. It's bigger and better and stronger, so hopefully it'll last longer. But I'm letting go more and more of this idea that things have got to stay pristine and beautiful and perfect. And it's keeping me sane and making me realize there's much more to life than objects and things. And as much as we like beautiful things and we want to experience beautiful things and enjoy them, they're not there to last. They're fragile. So I'm learning to enjoy things more in the moment as opposed to trying to acquire something beautiful and then keep it beautiful forever without really enjoying the time with it that you have. So, for example, we were given some crystal glasses, Elizabeth and I think as a wedding present, like ages ago. And most of the time, growing up, we had the special glasses, the special glasses that you would not use unless it was a justified special occasion. The problem with that is that there were no special occasions and we never used them. And we moved house and I realized, wow, we've got these crystal glasses that we just don't use. So we decided, we're just going to pull them out of their protective cases and their foam and all of the stuff that kept them pristine and beautiful. And we put them in our everyday shelf and started using them every day. So we were enjoying Waterford crystal glasses for maybe 6 months to a year before we realized we'd broken most of them. There was one left. Just through everyday use. So they lasted a little while and we enjoyed using them as opposed to having something last decades but never using them. I would much rather use the crystal and break it, like not on purpose, accidentally, just through life. I'd rather do that than not use it and then pass it on for someone to not use again. That's probably going to hurt a lot of people and what they think about heirlooms and passing on, items, etc. But yeah, I'm just beginning to realize more and more life is finite. It's short. It's got to be enjoyed. You've got to live it here and now. And hanging on to things is fun and good, but ultimately, like, you will remember these things now, and your children will have a bit of a memory of those things as well. But their children will have only a vague memory or recollection of what the significance of whatever item it is it might be that you cherished. And their children, like what's that going to be? The great-great-grandchildren, they won't even know who you are. They won't know who I am, unless they jump onto YouTube and YouTube still exists in 100 years. they're not going to know who I am or what I did or what value system I had. Photographs are interesting as well. They have a lot of significance for me, the ones that are current now that I've taken that I enjoy looking at or seeing. My kids will have maybe a bit of an interest in it. Their kids probably will have only a fleeting interest, and the kids after that, they're not going to even care about the photos. They won't even know who it's about or what the context is or anything. So the thing that I value in that moment, I think they're only really meant for us in that moment. And we make the photos or make the paintings or whatever it might be, or make the recordings of voices, etc., only for us to collect. So it's really, really interesting subject because, like YouTube, the videos here, I've kept all of the videos on hard drives in case something happens to YouTube, so that I can upload them to whatever comes after it. I don't think YouTube's going to disappear in a hurry, by the way. But if something did happen, I've got the videos to upload somewhere else, And I keep on wondering to myself, why? What's the point? It's taking up terabytes of data. They're still on YouTube. I can't see YouTube disappearing. I think it's going to be one of those forever kind of internet things, like Google search. I can't see that disappearing ever. YouTube, I can't see disappearing ever. It's weird. Facebook, I can see disappearing. Like people, I don't know, maybe it's more integrated into business now. It might not disappear, but I see Facebook could disappear, but YouTube and Google, I can't see them disappearing. Something to replace Facebook or something like that, Same with Instagram, same with TikTok. Yeah, I could be wrong with that, but it just seems to me that there's a lot more value in Google and YouTube to more and more people. Whereas Facebook, you can take it or leave it. Like the Yellow Pages used to be considered a forever item, a reference book for finding people's names and numbers, or rather telephone numbers from names and addresses. You used to be able to get a phone book and look up the alphabetical listing of someone's last name and then confirm that was the person by their address if you knew their address, because they had... That's pretty crazy now to think about it, isn't it? They had people's names and addresses and phone numbers in a book that was published to everyone. That is actually really freaky. Like, we're concerned about privacy now. I'm just trying to remember, did they actually have the address? Okay, what we're going to do, I need to know that. I'm going to find that out now. Let's get a Chrome window going. Oh, I'm still uploading a video. Let's have a look over here. So, image of... They weren't called Yellow Pages. They were called White Pages. That's the wrong... Telephone book. Yeah, that's what it looked like. This is the Yellow Pages. But if I click on that, it's not coming up. Why is that? Oh, they're probably not going to be able to show an example because it's probably going to be someone who is real. Let me see. What do you search Australia White Pages? Stock White Pages phone book, high res. So this is for business. So this is kind of understandable that they'd show addresses. Yeah, see over here? See this one? How it's got the number? And you can see, what is it? I can't even see it over there. Maybe if I don't want to download it. I'm not interested in really seeing this thing. Let's have a look, see if I can get closer. What is that? Yeah, look, it's got post office box, and it looks like that's like a drive. Anyway, so there you go. That's how they... Looks like they did have... Yeah, there's a street. So they had people's streets, and they'd have the name above, and then the number. That's yeah, that's really interesting. Like, man, how do they do that without crossing people's privacy? Maybe because the phone books were, of course, kind of phased out in the late 80s, early 90s. I'm guessing mid 90s into 2000s. They might have still been around. I can't remember the last time I got a phone book. I can't remember. I bet the laws have changed since then. That's really interesting to me. I don't know. You probably are switching off right now, but that's fascinating. Yeah, so we used to have that phone book directory system going. The very first phone books, I think, just had people's names. I remember seeing something on the internet about Americans with phone books that were literally like a page with John, Mary, Joan, the Browns, and it was like only the richest of the rich had the phones in their homes, so they could kind of pass around each other's details to each other, so they knew what number to call each other on, and then it grew from there. That's really interesting. Yeah, so I think that came from why we collect things and how people relate to each other, and how they're not really going to be interested in people too far in the past. Yeah, and staying in touch and things like that. I guess that's where it came from. I can't remember now. Looks like Elizabeth's home. What I might do is pause this, have a chat with Elizabeth, and then come back. So we shall see you shortly. Bye. Back. Put my headphones on so I can hear what I'm saying. Okay, so Elizabeth just got back from having her haircut. We probably don't need that view anymore, do we? So we can go back here to the bigger version. I caught up with the next door neighbour as well, Michael. He's just had twins, a baby boy and a baby girl, to add to his brood. So he's got a older daughter as well. I'm just going to fix this up so we've got a little bit of automatic magic happening in case Alfie comes into view and changes things. I was just thinking briefly too that I'll just kind of share more of my life on YouTube here, so that it becomes a bit more real for all of us in this tiny little community that we're going to build over time. Photography is still going to be the main glue, I think, to this channel. I've noticed that over the years, all of the things that I do, whether that's motorbikes, cars, walking the dog, being with the family, working around the house, everything is kind of documented through photographs. So that's the glue. I'm going to even street photography. I've done a few videos on street photography as well. So I'll continue to integrate the photography into YouTube videos that I make as well. So on that vein, the thing that I'm putting not so much more money into is the photographic equipment. I've got the camera of my dreams. I've got the Canon M6 Mark II, which by all accounts is a defunct piece of technology now, but in my mind that was like probably the pinnacle of the Canon mirrorless initial foray into the digital mirrorless camera world. They went and abandoned that, and Canon have the R range of mirrorless Canon cameras, which are now, they're evolved into a much bigger beast of a camera. I really like that form factor of the Canon EOS M series. They're just a palm-sized, almost pocket camera, but they have this ability to accept the full range of EF camera mounts with the EF to EF-M camera adapter, which is what the overhead camera has got on it. It's got the adapter on there, so it changes it into a it's not really making it a full frame camera, but it's giving access to the full frame camera lens range, the EF mount. It has a crop factor of 1.6, so it magnifies the image by 1.6 times, effectively zooming in. So with that, you can turn a 50mm lens into a roughly 85mm lens. I just really enjoy the form factor, and that's it. The image quality is pretty good. It's not an over-the-top, super expensive camera. It's but the main thing is the portability. I love it. It does a good, almost 4K video, and it does really good photographs. So I will share more of those photographs with you as I bring them into the realm of this YouTube channel. Yeah. So what's happening long term for my long term plans is basically keep doing what I'm doing, which is working at Signub for a little while, applying for IT jobs, and then if something does come up, I'll take it. I know I'm going to probably regret it, but I'll take it, and I'll go into why I'll regret it later. But I'll stick with Signub because I want to stay in that kind of working mode and winding down and easing down into the work life. I'm never going to retire, but I'll still keep a job where I can interact with people and have fun and earn enough money to keep things going, and give myself time to do this. This is what I really enjoy doing. This is the essence of the Andrew's world, living in or staying in the shack. And with this view here, I can move the camera around a little bit and show you more of the adventures that I get up to. I can also, I've got this remote control here where I can point this and then zoom out, and you can see you see the edges around here, that frame. Where is it? Frames over there and over there. That's the actual frame of the outline of the internals of the video camera that I'm using. But the idea is here, I've got, you can see the overhead camera lens there. That's the lens I was talking about earlier, the 11mm, which gives us that really, really super wide view, like this view, this one here. It's just, it's monstrous. Before, I think the camera view was like this, where between my hands, where now it's just super wide. So yeah, I love it. But I can show you in the background, like over there. I can't even point. I don't know what I'm pointing at. Over there, like the music thing is really playing on my mind at the moment. So I want to go in there and start doing more of the music magic in terms of what am I doing? Like the busking gig that I want to, the kit that I want to set up. So the idea being self-powered, take the music anywhere that I want it to be and sing songs, because again, it's a real big interest. I just love music. It's not I'm going to make money from it. It's more that I'm going to have just a really good time, really good fun interacting with people who appreciate my music, if they do, and if they don't, interacting with people who give me a hard time because it doesn't sound pleasing to their ears. I just love that banter back and forwards with people. I love it. It's funny. Last time I was busking in Hyde Park in Sydney, and it got to the point where I was busking on a semi-regular basis, and some people recognized me when I was walking around the city. And I remember once a lady pointing at me and then shoving her friend, saying, that's that guy that, it was just so, I don't know, recognition like that. I just like it, especially when it's like a positive experience. It wasn't that guy's a really bad musician. It was more like, that's that guy that dresses up, because I dressed up in my business suit while busking. That's that guy that dresses up in his business attire and busks. And it was really pleasing. I just felt good. Yeah. So that's part and parcel of why I like busking, is the interaction with people and the positive vibes, the friendships and things like that. I love it. Yeah, I really like it. It's getting on. I've got to make lunch to get things going for work tonight. So I'm starting work at 2, finishing at 10. I wind down when I get home at about 10:15, and sometimes jump online to do a live stream. So I'm actually thinking, I'm in the mood. I'll try and do a live stream tonight, and I'll probably post this video now as well. So this is what the channel is going to be evolving into. I'm going to lose some of you subscribers that are already here in the community. 92 of you, thank you for your subscriptions. if you're no longer interested, unsubscribe. It doesn't really bother me. It's fine. I'm doing this more for I don't even know why I'm doing it. I just enjoy it. I don't know why, but I just do. So I'm doing it for me more than anyone else. So it's not going to affect me that much if you unsubscribe. And I encourage you to, if you're not interested in this, you don't have to subscribe to me to make me feel good or whatever it is. I'm doing this for me. And if you want to if you're enjoying what I am doing as well, then, stay and be subscribed. That's fine. But I don't want to. I'm trying to fight against getting my affirmations from views and likes and subscribers. I want to get my affirmations from my own life, from my own person, from who I am, liking who I am. And I do. I love who I am, and I love everything about me, the way I look, the way I talk, the way I act. People call me weird. I really don't care. This is who I am, and I'm enjoying my life and loving it to the fullest. This is the happiest I think I've always been happy. I was going to say this is the happiest I've ever been, but I've always been this way. I'm never going to change. So loving life, loving people, loving living in the universe, and I want to continue to do this till the day that I die. Yeah! All right, guys. On that note, I will say au revoir, and I will catch you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye for now.